We'll stay dry for the rest of your Friday. Even seeing a little bit of cloud cover starting to part a little bit for us too, allowing for some sunshine to peek in. Right now, temperatures are anywhere from about 65 to 70 degrees, depending on where you are. With any peaks of sunshine, we'll see those temperatures warming up even more so. Tomorrow, though, I want to talk about it. We've got the potential for some rain, some thunderstorms off and on throughout the day. So this is big news, especially if you're going out to the Queen City Championship, if you have any grad parties happening tomorrow or any other plans. Maybe you were trying to get out to the pool with the warmer weather on the way this weekend. That warmer weather likely still sticking around, but we'll have that chance of rain starting in the morning tomorrow. We've got the walk at the zoo, and with that, you've got the chance for some scattered showers to roll through. Rumbles of thunder will be a possibility. It is still looking very possible that we see just enough of a break in the afternoon that as we head into the evening, we're going to start to see another round of rain and storms moving into the area. So Saturday is a weather impact day for us. We start to dry out on Sunday. So coming up in a few minutes, I'll show you when you'll be able to take advantage of that warm sunshine, and I'll show you more about that afternoon and evening rain threat coming up. It's starting to clear out of here. We've got a little bit of cloud cover still around the area, but for the most part, things are starting to dry out for us. Spots that have started to see some rays of sunshine. You're in the 70s now. We're almost there in Cincinnati at 69. It's 71 in Dry Ridge, about 69 in Florence so far, 68 on the west side. Good news for the rest of tonight. It's going to stay dry this evening. So if you have plans to be out this evening, any sort of parties happening, we're looking to be pretty good for the rest of your Friday. Going out to the LPGA tournament still looks good for the rest of this evening if you're hoping to head out maybe after work, grab the last hour or so of the golf. Now, tomorrow is going to be a weather impact day. This is because we've got off and on showers and thunderstorms throughout the day tomorrow, chances at least throughout the day tomorrow. There will still be some dry breaks kind of worked in, likely early on in the afternoon, but that could be just enough fuel to help kind of spark off some additional development later tomorrow afternoon into the early evening hours. So starting with the morning, if you have plans to head out to the zoo early on in the morning or any other errands you're running for your Saturday, there is going to be some scattered rain all across the area. Potential will be for some rumbles of thunder, but I think our real thunderstorm chances likely are reserved for the second half of the day. Once we get into early afternoon, dry time starts to work in. There still could be some hit and miss showers or thunderstorms around the area, but overall, I do think this is going to be our best opportunity to see some breaks in the action. Once we get into the late afternoon, early evening time slot, that's when we have showers and thunderstorms at this point looking pretty likely. Some of which, if we can happen to tap into enough energy, some of which those storms could produce some briefly gusty winds. So something to keep in mind for tomorrow as well. Rest of tonight still staying pretty quiet and dry outside. We'll see a mix of some cloud cover, some clearing as we head into the overnight time frame. This is tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't necessarily think it's going to be this widespread, but still scattered rain. Some rumbles of thunder will be a possibility tomorrow morning, right around 9 or 10 o'clock. As we get into the afternoon, likely that there will be at least a couple breaks here and there in that rain threat. So more spotty to scattered by tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures likely are going to make it into the upper 70s. From there, by the evening time frame, here's 7. If the kids still have prom this upcoming weekend, there is going to be the chance of rain during pictures, chance of rain for the dance as well. Scattered rain and thunderstorms likely moving back in. But the good news for Sunday is I still think Sunday is going to be majority a win because we will start to dry out likely before the sun even comes up on Sunday. We'll see sunshine and temperatures reaching into the mid 80s on Sunday. So it looks really nice outside by the time we wrap up the weekend. So 78 tomorrow for our high temperature. Of course, it's going to be a weather impact day with those off and on showers and thunderstorms. And then by Sunday itself, about 85 for the high, and that warmer weather sticks around into early next week. Temperatures are going to be in the 80s Monday, Tuesday. Still looking at the potential for some rainfall out there on Wednesday. So keep that in mind too as we head into the middle of the week. But for tomorrow, looks like we're going to have that chance of rain out there. It's 69 in Cincinnati so far. We've had a little bit of clearing in that sky, and that has been just enough to see temperatures across the area reaching into the upper 60s or low 70s. So we're dry for the rest of tonight. Radar, nothing to really show you here. We had a few sprinkles around earlier today, but tomorrow, even possibly as soon as you wake up in the morning, there will be some showers and some thunderstorms moving through. So as we wake up in the morning tomorrow, here's 7:30, we've got some scattered rainfall starting to work its way in. That will last throughout the first half of the day. I do still think we wind up seeing some breaks in the action as we get into Saturday afternoon, which could potentially allow for things to kind of get refueled up for the evening time frame. So thunderstorm chances are going to stick around off and on throughout the day on Saturday. It is a weather impact day. Coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to show you what to know if you've got anything planned. Essentially 5 o'clock and later tomorrow night, that's when it's looking like the rain and storm threat is potentially the greatest. So I'll show you how that's looking coming up in a few. Sheree? For rain and thunderstorms off and on throughout a good portion of the day. I'll show you when it's looking most likely that you run into that wet weather and what that means for any plans you might have for your Saturday coming up. You're watching Cincinnati's WLWT News 5, and we'll be right back. 69 in Cincinnati right now. We had just enough clearing in that sky to allow for our temperatures to bump up quite a bit in the last 2 hours. 67 in Hamilton, Blue Ash sitting around 66. It's 66 in Anderson too, and Coleraine is sitting right around 67 degrees. So dinner on the patio tonight. Going to be a little bit cool, but overall not too bad. At least we stay dry. 60s continuing for a few more hours here this evening. South breeze coming in about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll stay dry for the rest of tonight, but same cannot be said for tomorrow. In fact, even tomorrow morning, waking up with a chance for some rain and some thunderstorms all around the area. Regionally, it's pretty quiet for us. Those little showers that were around earlier this afternoon may have brought you a sprinkle or two if you were north of the river. A lot of spots ended up staying relatively dry. Those are sitting well off to our east now throughout south central Ohio. Rest of tonight, here's Futurecast. Few clouds kind of coming and going for the overnight time frame. A little bit more mild tonight and tomorrow morning, down into the upper 50s likely for a lot of us. Then tomorrow throughout the day. Here we go with the morning time frame for that rainfall. So this is going to be moving in here somewhere between about 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning. I do think it's a little bit more scattered for tomorrow morning's chances, but still there is going to be that potential for some off and on morning rain showers, as well as a chance for some rumbles of thunder kind of mixed in with this too. So if you had plans to go out or get anything done first thing in the morning tomorrow, I would say at this point, plan on running into some rain at some point. Then as we get into the afternoon, still looks like at some point we're going to see enough of a break in the action while still holding on to at least a chance for an isolated or spotty shower or thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. But enough of a break that we wind up seeing the chance for more thunderstorm development throughout the evening. This is going to be key because I do think there's still the potential for an isolated thunderstorm to get strong enough that we wind up seeing some gusty winds in the area. That would be the primary area of concern for tomorrow, but still keeping an eye on that potential for a stronger thunderstorm threat here, especially second half of the day tomorrow. Once we get into Sunday, rainfall in the morning likely gone before about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and then we're drying out for the rest of the day. And we'll have plenty of sunshine out there on Sunday as well. So if the kids have prom on Saturday, unfortunately, there is a pretty good chance of rain. But if you were hoping to head out to the pool on Sunday, I still think there's ample time to get out and enjoy. And you'll probably want to be somewhere cool because temperatures top out around 85 on Sunday. Whereas thanks to some rain and cloud cover tomorrow, it's possible that we only make it into the upper 70s. Heading into next week still looks quite warm to start off the week. I guess temperatures right now still sitting in the upper 60s all across town. The rest of this evening is looking pretty dry out there. So yes, we do have that rain threat on the way for tomorrow. Starting off in the morning, you very well could start to see some showers or thunderstorms moving through, but right now it's pretty quiet outside. If you haven't been out yet for the night, if you are still planning to go out, looks like it's going to be a good one for the rest of this evening. Here's 7 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow we start to see some rain moving into the area at that point. I do think between 7 and 9 we begin to see some scattered activity moving into the greater Cincinnati area. With that, we could have some rumbles of thunder. It's not going to rain every hour of the morning, but there is a good chance that at some point your neighborhood ends up seeing some rainfall. As we get into the afternoon, I still anticipate a few breaks in the action long enough that temperatures likely make it up to about 78 or so for the high temperature tomorrow afternoon, and long enough too that we end up seeing the potential for some refueling of our atmosphere, which could spark some more evening thunderstorms across the area. With that, we could see an isolated stronger storm, so I'll show you what I'm looking at in terms of any potential threats for tomorrow, as well as the timeline for when these are moving out, and if you get any time to spend outside coming up. Ashley?
Allison, thanks so much.
Evening 68 in Harrison. We have these clouds around, but no rain expected from them. It's going to be a pretty quiet evening all across town. It's been that way for several hours. We had some earlier showers this afternoon, but since then, things have really started to quiet down for us. Our rain threat comes into play by the time you wake wake up tomorrow morning. But as I mentioned, the rest of this evening still staying in the 60s, still pretty quiet outside. So if you have anything to get done or any fun ways to start off the weekend, you're good to go. 62 by 11 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow is our weather impact day, though. So with that, rain around starting in the morning, some scattered rain, rumbles of thunder will be a possibility first thing tomorrow morning. Really from 7 to 9 is when I expect to see the rain kind of moving in here, starting to develop and becoming scattered. I do think there will be some dry time throughout the day, most likely early in the afternoon tomorrow. Hit and miss rain, still a possibility in that time frame, but if we are going to have a drier window, it would be tomorrow afternoon. However, as we get into that 4 or 5 o'clock time frame, we start to see another round of showers and thunderstorms developing. And if we were to see a stronger storm developing by tomorrow evening, I do think the primary area of concern would be the chance for some gusty wind, maybe even some hail as well. But for the most part, what we're looking at tomorrow is overall just off and on hit and miss showers and thunderstorms throughout the day from morning all the way through the evening, and then we dry out overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. So for the rest of tonight, plan on some cloud cover occasionally. Much warmer start to the day tomorrow too. So while it is going to be raining, we're in the upper 50s to start things off tomorrow morning. Not as chilly as it was earlier on this morning. Here's 8 o'clock, and this is an idea of what radar could look like. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms spread across the area, and I actually think this is doing a pretty good job actually of bringing in that shower and thunderstorm chance tomorrow morning. Getting into the afternoon, here's 2:30, anywhere from 2 to 3 o'clock. We start to see a little bit of a break with the occasional shower, still a possibility, and then into the evening time frame, 6:30, possibly during the Preakness if you're going to anybody's house to watch, or if you've got graduation parties happening tomorrow evening, any other plans, kids have prom, things like that, there's going to be that shower and storm threat throughout the evening time frame. And I think if we were to see a stronger thunderstorm, it would be the evening that we did see one. Then heading into Sunday morning, we'll dry out. So here's 6:30. There is a chance of a little bit of rainfall moving through in the 6 a.m. hour Sunday, but I think for the most part, many of us are going to wake up Sunday morning dry. We see those clouds clear pretty quickly, and temperatures on Sunday manage to make it into the middle 80s. So very warm outside on Sunday. Tomorrow's the weather impact day. High temperatures limited to the upper 70s likely thanks to the rain, thanks to the clouds that are going to be around. Then by Sunday, quickly drying out in the morning, and then we see some sunshine in the afternoon. Looks good if you have plans to head out to the pool on Sunday, or if you're going to go to a splash pad, grab ice cream, anything like that. Looks like a nice day. Also, the